Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, from Dr. Bertram Everidge and the dangerous yet camera-shy Paramour for another episode of Emergency Cocktail Preparation. Now, those of you who've had the pleasure of watching our videos right to the end may have noticed a saucy little jingle as our outro music, which mentions a growler. Now, what in the name of Zeus is a growler? Well, I'm happy to say I have one here. This is our growler. Simply put, a container for filling with alcohol, most often beer. Now, this is one that we got from a local bar around the time that lockdown was beginning in 2020, so that we could enjoy some fantastic pub beer in the pleasure of our own homes. So, I think what we need to do is to send a certain dangerous yet camera-shy Paramour out to have the growler filled. There we are, ladies and gentlemen, we have our growler now full with beer, and this strikes me as the ideal opportunity to make an unusual kind of cocktail that people don't tend to have, which is a beer cocktail. Now, a lot of you may be repulsed at the idea of mucking about with beer, but there are many beer cocktails out there, some of them quite classic and venerable. The Boilermaker, which is the simple act of just pouring whiskey into your beer, does appear in cocktail books. And also Black Velvet, which is simply adding champagne to Guinness, is also a beer cocktail. So there are more out there than you would think. Now, which beer cocktail to do? Well, the thing is, I am, as you know, somewhat drawn to the weird. So I had a bit of a browse and a bit of a think about what kinds of beer cocktails I would like, and I happened across one that really did catch my eye. A very, very strange sounding cocktail which comes from Mexico, and it is called the Michelada. Now, the reason I was drawn to this is because it looks a bit weird, and I'm not entirely sure if it will be quite my cup of tea. For this drink you will need ice, so we're already in strange territory. Ice with beer just seems very, very wrong. You will also need tomato juice. Again, highly upping the weird content of this drink. You will also need Tabasco sauce. There we are. Worcestershire sauce. Thank you very much. A lime. And celery salt mixed with chili powder. What a very, very strange set of ingredients we have. And you will see that, of course, it seems to be running along the lines of a Bloody Mary. And since I've already made two other videos of the Bloody Mary, one with that strange creature, Dr. Cornelius Porridge, and the other one with that also strange creature, Madam Catastrophe, I appear to have backed myself into a position of making a bloody trilogy. Well, let's give this a try. So, for our drink, what we need to do is to coat the rim of a large glass with the celery salt and the chili powder. Now, to do that, we want a lime. Now, lime and beer is very, very familiar. We're already seeing the provenance of this drink. So I'm cutting a lime into quarters. I'm just going to coat the rim of the glass with the lime juice and then pop it into the flakes. Give it a darn good coating. So this is going to give a very, very strange effect when you start to drink your beer. Then, horror upon horrors, we're going to put ice into the glass. Very, very odd thing indeed. Next, we want to get the half of lime and just give that a good squeeze into your drink over your ice cubes. Then we want to get your tomato juice and put 50 mils of the tomato juice into there. Now, I'm using a Polish tomato juice, so we're departing a little bit from the Mexican theme there. However, I think that's quite interesting and quite nice. There we go. Worcestershire sauce, a few drops of that in there. Very nice. And Tabasco sauce. So far, so Bloody Mary. Here, however, is where it gets weird as far as I'm concerned. We're going to pour over this beer. Now, I've gone for a lager. If you're making it as a purely Mexican drink as far as the original recipe goes, you're going to want to pick, obviously a Mexican lager, but you can use any lager. And this one is also, like the Polish tomato juice, this one is also from Eastern Europe. So let's pour that over. Okay. And we'll take the remaining quarter of lime and use that as a garnish. So there we go. We have our drink. I must say it doesn't look particularly appealing. The idea that there's beer in there is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I haven't tried this before, so this is first for me. Michelada. Let's give it a go. So the chili powder and the celery salt gives it really quite a bit of pep on first, that's what I'm initially getting, so the rest of the flavours are getting a little bit obscured by that. Let's try it again. That is very, very strange. Very strange indeed. Tomatoey beer with like chili sort of feel to it. I think that might be an acquired taste, a bit of a grower. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of time and drink that, but it's not initially, ooh, that's lovely. It's definitely a strange one, a very, very strange one. I'll check back in with you and let you know how it went after drinking the whole thing. However, that is the joy and sometimes the surprising situation that can be in trying out new cocktails. From Dr. Bertram Everidge and the Dangerous Yet Camera Shy Paramore, Everidge out.
All I want is a liquor in my growler. Dr. B. Everidge.
While I'm sure there's many of you out there who will enjoy this, it's not for me.
Makes me shake me cocktails made just for me.